Yep, my hair looks like this. Today we're doing a water filter. If you don't have clean water, you're screwed.
Hey, what are we doing?
We're getting rocks. You know where we're getting rocks?
Where?
Sand, gravel.
Hmm.
Because we have to do water purification. Because if you ain't get water that you can drink, you're going to be dead.
I don't want to be dead.
Then let's follow along.
All right.
Let's go. We have rocks to get, and sand and pebbles. So you might be wondering what's in the back of this. So I've got this tub for sand and pebble. I've got buckets to actually pull the sand and pebble out of it.
Wait, is that my dishes bucket?
Yes, it is. I'll get you another one. And then we have two different screeds to get the bigger stuff. We're gonna have to sort this later. And then we've got a shovel to get the sand and the dirt and all that stuff out of the creek. For some reason we have propane in here, and then you always have to have a fire extinguisher. So I happen to like CO2s, so come down there and we're gonna go ahead and screech some rocks. We are down here at Otter Beach, one of our pebble beaches, and you love it. It is available for bookings. It is great. Oh God, it's a great place to stay. So down here we have a gravel beach. It's got some silt in it. It's got some dirt in it. It's got a lot of rocks in it. So you can see some of the rocks that we've already pulled out over here. So what we're going to do is I've got two different sizes. So this is a bigger size. This is a smaller size. And then we're going to pick up this, which is the wife's dishwater bucket since we're off grid, but she'll get that back in the morning. We're going to use this, which is almost destroyed, to pick it up. So if you guys want to follow along, just come watch. We got rocks to do, and I'll actually keep all my clothes on. So we have boiled this off. Here's a full rolling boil. We don't have as much contamination here. Everything's pretty much dead for those rocks. So we're gonna go ahead and spread them out in our piles, and we'll show you that process next. So I use some of the water in the pot that was boiling off to quench the fire, because I want sorry about that. I actually want the charcoal that has already been built. So what we're doing now is we're stretching this out, and you can see I've got some different piles of different sized rocks, and this is all important in the filtration process. The smaller the rocks, the more they actually take impurities out of your water. So we've got a couple different batches here. So we're gonna let this dry probably about 2 days, and then we will go ahead and start building our filtration system, and you can see how it's done. Everything is off grid, water's recycled. So we're running off grid, so the noise you hear is actually our pump house. So I've tipped this over with my fire ring. And right now I'm just like quenching this. This is like great charcoal. You'll see where this comes into process. One of the things that we're doing is we're actually cleaning the charcoal. Let that dry. I'll show you where I put it. So after we wash all of the rocks, boil them off, we're making charcoal right now. I've been doing this for a little while. Looks like Michigan's got free reign right now. We got Zach over working on our shower house 2.0, which we'll go over later in another video. So this is the charcoal I've been able to make for the last week and a half. Not the most efficient way to do it, but it does work. So over here I've had the drying table, and I've been sorting. You can see all the different sized stones have all been done. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to build the filter. So all of these are clean. There's no river shells left in them. That's all the stuff I've been picking out. Those will go on the shower floor. Hey, let's go check out, see what Zach's doing over here. So he has reshaped the drain that we have for a French drain. He's resloped the steps, and then resloped this. And then we have redesigned the shower. We're going to be putting up some skylight panels there. The leftover rock is going to go in here. And then we'll have another panel up there. And another panel there. But this will be nice for the winter. So that's pretty much the next step. And so the next thing we're going to be doing is actually building them. And I'll show you how that's done on the next part of this vid. Thanks for watching Homesteading America. Boom, 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 boom. I've already started one of the tanks. Okay, so next thing you're going to need is some type of container. And for this, we're using an old, basically it was a feeder for cats and chickens and stuff like that. It kept food in it. It's supposed to be watertight, but it's not. So we started on one of them. I wanted to show you what you need to get. You can get this on Amazon, and it's a coupler. Goes through. It's got 2 seals in it. So we got one started. So this is a 1-inch hole, and I just used a drill bit. Popped open the hole. That was it. And then since I've got a bunch of 1/2-inch pipe, I have to get a 3/4 inch adapter. So as you can see here, I've already installed this one. And I've got the 3/4 inch adapter here. And then this, basically what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of pipe. None of this is glued together, by the way. You'll need an internal filter for this. This is your pickup. So the best thing to use is like old worn out t-shirts that have the coloring gone, or an old bed sheet, stuff like that. So that's what we're using. And I'm just going to lightly pack this in here. So I'm not sure which channel this video is going to go on to, but I'll make it work one way or the other. So all this does is this keeps all the little small fine stuff out of there. So, and this is just a old bed sheet. It's probably 5 or 6 years old. It's very faded. It's very faded. So it's fine to use. Basically, you don't want the dyes or plastics or any of that kind of stuff, so I like using cotton. So, a good note, I did find out my oldest son retired from the Air Force today. He got his 20 in, or this week. So congratulations, Mike. Love you. Thank you for doing what you did, including your deployments into the sandbox.
My head's so huge.
So that's all done. And I'm not even going to glue any of this, because it really doesn't need it. I'm not actually doing too much pressure on this. So I'm going to do that. Put that in. And I was going to do it a little bit further down to pick up more water, but also this will give it a little bit of a sediment base, so you're not going to be picking up sediment. So the next thing we'll do, we're going to take it over to a rock table. There's more rocks in process. As you can see here, we got a few rocks done. And we do have this by sizes. So we'll go ahead. I'm going to start with the, yes, forget my phone up there. So, next thing we're going to do is get that. We'll get another filters. The way most people tend to do this is they just go coarse to loose with sand and then charcoal. Even though charcoal should go on the bottom, but the charcoal is actually what needs to be taken out. So all of these have been washed and boiled. You can buy the stuff you need at like Lowe's or Home Depot or any of the big box stores, but we're actually using river rock, as you saw earlier in the video. And I just want to bring it up. Whoa! Well, that was fun. Huh. There's a shot here. I'll be right back. As I was saying before, I got rudely interrupted by gravity. Gravity is always fun. So I had rocks put into certain sizes, which are now all mixed up, but that's close enough. I'm only using a couple different sizes. Basically what I'm trying to cover the outlet pipe. Okay, the outlet pipe covered. So I've got these pre-made to fit in here. Cover that up and then go to the next size down rock. Over here. Probably do about 2-3 inches of this. The next size down rock. And so on. see was a progressively finer. My engineer's brain should be the other way around, but it does work. You don't want any fibers in there. That's why I had it set them up. Next layer. Okay, now I'm going to the sand. I was trying to get sand out of the river stuff. I couldn't quite do it. You can see on the... So what I've been doing is I've been layering up the different sizes of rocks, putting an old bed sheet in between them. So now we're on the really fine stuff. We'll do one more, about an inch layer of that. And then it'll be time for sand. So, get the sand, layer here. I apologize to you guys for not doing as many videos as I used to, but I'm kind of busy out here. It's getting fun. I have time to think. And I should do what I'm doing. So I'm going to do a layer of sand. There's your sand there. One layer of that. Now we get the charcoal. I'll be doing some activated charcoal. Keep everything nice and neat. Do that, and we'll do a couple marker rocks just to keep it down. So you do an off-grid water filter. While this is not potable, get all the debris out of it. To make it potable, I would suggest doing either a UV ultraviolet. You can leave that in a clear bottle for a day. You can boil it and you can drink it. So this is all rainwater catch. Increase the water here. That noise you hear in the background, that's actually a 110 pump. I think it does 4.5 gallons per minute. A smaller pump works. Probably move more in part. So in theory, actually put river water in here, even with all the soot and stuff, and it will remove all that soot. We're starting to fill up. That, put the lid back on it. That is how it'll trickle down. There's some water. There it goes. So all that soaks in and all that comes down, falls another gallon in there. Then you don't have clean water, which you just need to boil in order to drink. I wouldn't drink this just because of parasites and all that other stuff, even though I've already boiled the rocks and all that other stuff. But this is just the way you do it. So now I gotta clean up all of this mess, and it's all going into the shower. We'll see you.